Have you ever dated a narcissist, developed a trauma bond, and do they change behavior?
It's like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Most definitely. It's super traumatizing. Where to begin? Or where to end?
It's a grocery list of things. It's not an easy thing because I've experienced it myself too.
Now I'm just
Once you know what a
replaying the trauma.
Once you know what a narcissistic person is, you should be able to point it out in your relationship, and within like three to 6 months, in the trial period of dating someone, you should know whether they're a narcissistic person or not. And if you do find out that they are, you should probably not be with them because they're only going to make your life a living hell.
I agree,
they
but I
typically
think a
gaslight and they make you question your reality and
Yeah.
yourself. And I had one girlfriend that I dated that had, I wouldn't say she was a full-blown narcissist, but she had narcissistic qualities.
Right.
And because at the time, I can't remember, I was talking to a female friend of mine, and we were talking, who knew my girlfriend as well. And she was sharing things that she knew because she had majored in psychology and had learned a lot about that study because she had dated a guy that was like that. And so I looked at the different qualities and the things that they do where they're, the one thing that struck me was just a lot of flowery, oh, you're great, you're amazing. Like they build you up big time in the beginning, and then they start a process of,
They love bomb you.
Yeah, they de-elevation, where then they start knocking you down and talking shit about you and making you question yourself, and they'll change versions of what happened in the past and be adamant that you were wrong, and then you start to think, well, maybe I am
change
wrong.
the
And they
story
think that
to
you're
their
complicated
advantage.
and you're being crazy when you're just
And then you
like
start
pointing
doubting
out.
yourself,
Right.
and that you lose your self-confidence, and then you allow that person to start dominating you by shaming you and manipulating you and using pain and pleasure. And because, as Aristotle said, people do more to avoid pain than they do to gain pleasure. And so when you understand that, narcissists are good at manipulating people and pushing their buttons and hurting their feelings and shaming them and making them feel bad to get them to do the things that they want, which are often contrary to things that are self-loving and good for oneself.
It's because Aristotle's never been to Hustler.
Aristotle's never been to Hustler.
That's not going in there.
But yeah,
What? The Hustler store?
He's never pleasured himself the way that a girl can.
Aristotle, come on. You think Aristotle didn't get any?
He's not a female. He doesn't have a clitoris.
So what you're
Clitoris
saying
is
is he
not
can't pleasure women as well as women can pleasure themselves.
That's where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never slept
okay.
with him before, so I have no idea.
So, Jocelyne, please tell us about your experience.
yeah. So I'll tell you, narcissism is no joke. So they definitely do start off as like Casanovas in disguise. So they love bomb the living crap out of you. After a few
Compliments.
months, they start, I guess,
Picking at
get
you.
bored of you. And every little thing they notice, every changes they've made in the relationship, they start to make you feel like you're not like heard or understood. Or when things don't go their way, they tend to either call you crazy, say you're complicated. When you call them out, it's an issue for them. They low-key judge you. They low-key instill some kind of fear in you that, like if you continue this relationship's over. Another thing with narcissists too that
Threaten
they
you with
do.
They
Into the
threaten you.
relationship.
Yeah.
They manipulate you. They manipulate the situation
Yep.
and the story.
Yeah.
Everything is always your fault.
Yep.
They can never do no harm or whatever they are being accused of. They never take any responsibility of
They'll
being
find
part of. In
they'll find
some
the
sort of-
opportunity to blame you.
They'll say,
Everything is always going to be the opposite person.
"This isn't about me. It's about you."
Yeah.
That's one of the lines.
Yeah, and
It's not me. It's you.
And then usually one thing that I've noticed that happens with narcissists,
You don't
is
like my
that-
music.
or something of the sort. But besides that, they do have
So you
a
only
tendency.
can listen to their music.
And I guess it depends
The
on the
lines
level.
always
but it
have
is
to be
Or
up.
hear their stories. Like if you're there telling a story and you go and tell another story, like a past
Let
story or
me
something,
finish, Jade.
you're like
Let me finish.
overshadowing their story.
Let me finish, Jade. I wasn't done. The blinds have to be up all the time.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
But-
done. We have to go to the same place to eat all the time.
Oh god.
It'd be
Okay,
like
can we
that.
move on to the
But
next?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to. That was literally just it was too perfect.
But yeah, another thing that narcissists also do is that they tend to come back. And when they come back, it's for the wrong reasons. And they see one little shred of self-respect and they back off and they make you feel like you're at the wrong once again.
Always.
And they try to punish you or stonewall you for that
Yeah.
matter, and then they come back again.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Again,
I don't wanna talk
and
about
again and again.
You're the problem. You're always the problem, and they always put you down. For them, it's like a turn on for them,
Right, and
to put you
they
down.
know how to get
Yeah.
under your skin.
Significant because they don't really like themselves. Because whatever happened growing up, they had family that made them feel like a worthless piece of shit. And so they go through life and they want to dominate people that they can basically sink beneath them, if you will, and they can kind of control them and keep them there. And that person won't leave them because then they're kind of dependent upon them. But it's a very
It's
abusive
manipulative
type of
and
relationship.
abusive.
And,
Toxic.
they stonewall you. They might decide.
They
like,
gaslight
this,
you.
yeah, this particular girlfriend would just, she'd get mad, wouldn't tell me why she was mad, and we wouldn't talk for like 3 days. I wouldn't hear from her. And she'd call me like the 4th day, hey, baby. And like, well, let's talk about what happened. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to have fun. And just kind of sweep shit under the rug like it never happened. And it's like,
Yeah, but when
so she's getting pissed off at you, won't tell you why, would literally hang the phone up
Yep.
on me.
Yep,
I was
sounds
like,
about
"Babe,
right.
talk to me." It was like,
Sounds about
"Well,
right.
leave the room.
what happens
Go shut the door.
when the rug is so like
There's so
it
much
turns
stuff
into a
under there.
mountain of just shit under it that
just get
you guys
tired.
just trip over it every time you're trying to either walk around it or over it.
You get your shark out and you vacuum that shit up and move on.
Are we?
Yeah, because you get
Are we getting
tired of
endorsed by
it.
sharks?
You get
How
tired
about
of tripping.
Roomba?
You know?
Roomba?
I can't handle
Oh,
it.
the Roomba? I mean,
we
you
get a
get
Roomba?
tired of tripping, so you like Jane
Yeah,
said,
you-
get
you-
a shark vacuum and just...
The important thing is to date people that are easygoing, easy to get along with, people that are just
But
always nice
sometimes-
to you, like Sunny.
We also had
like
this
Sunny
conversation.
is. 'Cause
We had
Sunny's
this
the best,
conversation the other day.
right?
We did
Look
have
at
this
it.
conversation the other day, though. Did we not?
Look at the sundog.
Hold on.
You got sundog on
You,
junk?
pull up your. Give me your water bottle for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Like for instance.
Well, I'm watching Sunny right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, but look. For instance, say in a relationship, this full bottle is going to represent and what two people can fill in a relationship. And one person can come home from their day and say, I have this much to give to the relationship. And another person is completely depleted of their feelings, their emotions, whatever they're going through, whether it's family problems, financial problems, whatever the case may be. And they can only give, like, let's just say 5%. So they can add just a little bit more to the water bottle. You need a partner that can sit with you and say, what can we do collectively together to fill this back up all the way to the top? If you can't find a partner that can do that with you, you're not going to be in a healthy relationship. It's going to get toxic. So I think for me, that's the best way to explain it. Like Corey and I were talking about this the other day after one of the phone coaching sessions he had. And I thought that was one of the most constructive ways to explain back to how do I call it?
I don't know.
That's one of the most constructive ways to explain back to his rewind. So We were just talking about this the other day, and I feel like that is one of the most constructive ways to explain to couples that are going through like hardships. It's you have to imagine yourselves as like a full cup of water or an empty cup of water, and doesn't matter the day. You can put masculine and feminine energy aside for just a moment and say, okay, let's sit down for a moment after work. What is it that you're feeling? Like what can you give to the cup today? And someone can say, I can give 40%.
And then they'll say, well, I got your other 60.
And then, like Jade said, I got the other 60. Or even if the other person says,
It's how you balance each
50.
other. Yeah, how you balance one another out.
Right.
When somebody's not feeling as high, you take their whatever it is
their
that's weighing on
their weak or their
and
weaknesses.
you take that and you try to build them up, and then vice versa.
Right. Because every single day is going to be a different day. Every single week is going to be different. Every month is going to be different. Every year is going to be different. People, as they get older, they're going to go through life changes. And let's just be completely honest. Life is not full of butterflies and flowers
and sunshine.
And well, for me, my life is full of my sunshine, right?
Unfortunately,
Sundog.
yeah, unfortunately, with a narcissist, that's not possible. If you give them the chance, you give them that water bottle, they will drink
the
it
whole
up.
thing and leave you spit, not even backwash.
They will drink it up if you allow them to.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll leave a turd in there for you.